Good morning, members of the board. My name is Patel, HR advisor, and today I'm presenting an HR lead ESG initiative focused on strengthening TD Bank's AML culture. This program directly supports our governance commitments and the risk postures and trust our stakeholders place in us. The ESG challenge. AML and ethical banking risks across the banking sector. AML failure continues to cost institutions over $100 million in fines and long term reputational damage. For TD, the risk is clear. Regulators like FineTrack are increasing enforcement in 2026. Inconsistent employee awareness leads to misleading red flags and reporting gaps. And most importantly, weak AML culture is not just a compliance issue, it is an ESG governance risk that affects our credibility as an ethical financial institution. Our challenge is to ensure AML is not just a policy but a daily behavior embedded across the organization. Now let's look at what the program is and how it works. Our proposed solution is an HR-led AML culture and accountability program. It is simple and scalable and designed for impact. It includes role-based AML training delivered annually, manager accountability built directly into performance review, and a streamlined reported AML concern tool, and quarterly employee confidence surveys to measure cultural, not just compliance. This program touches 20,000 plus employees across fourth line and operations and leadership. The goal is to turn compliance into everyday behavior. Next slide. Why this matters to our stakeholders. This initiative directly strengthens our relationships with the key stakeholders. Customers gain safer transaction and protection from fraud. Investors gain reduced financial and regulatory risks. Regulators gain confidence in our transparency and governance. The risk of not acting is equally clear. Loss of trust, increased security, and potential penalties. This program positions TD as a leader in ethical banking and responsible governance. The business case from an HR perspective, this initiative builds higher employee confidence in AML decision making, stronger engagement and retention, and a more ethical accountable workplace culture. For an ESG perspective, it strengthens both the survival and governance pillars, improving trust, transparency, and institutional integrity. From a business perspective, the value is undeniable. We reduced the risk of 100 million plus dollar fines. We avoid investigations and reputational damage, and we reinforce TD's position as a trusted, well-governed financial institution. A relatively small investment creates significant long-term value. Cost, risks, and mitigations. The estimated year one investment is 150K to $250K plus HR sources for design and short annual training time for employees and managers. The risks of implementing are manageable. Training fatigue, manager resistance, and resource constraints, and each has a clear mitigation strategy. Short role-based modules, accountably built into performance review, a pilot phase before scaling. The risk of not implementing finds reputational damage and regulatory security are far greater. Next, let's look at the implementation roadmap. Our rollout follows a structured three-phase plan. Plan 1, Phase 1 is Plan Q2 2026. Audit current gaps. design trainings and reporting tools, and secure leadership approvals. Phase 2 is pilot Q3 2026, launch with 500 employees, gather feedback, and refine. Phase 3 is rollout and review Q4 2026-2027, scale to 20,000 plus employees, integrate into onboarding and performance reviews, and tracking KPI quarterly. Our KPI includes 95% training competition, 85% employee confidence, plus 20% AML issue reporting, and 100% managers follow up within 5 days. These metrics ensure accountability and measurable progress. Sustainability impact and reporting. This initiative strengthens TD's ESG performance in measurable ways. A strong ALM culture, increased employee confidence, improved reporting and accountability. We will report progress through a quarterly ESG KPI dashboard to the board, annual ESG disclosure aligned with Canadian expectations, and alignment with GRI standards ISO 26000 and UN SDG 16 strong institutions. This ensures transparency from regulators, investors, and the public. The ask and next steps. Today, I am requesting approval for a $150,000 to $250,000 year one investment to launch a AML culture accountability program beginning in Q2 2026. If approved, the next 30 days will include finalizing training designed with HR and compliance, launching an internal communication campaign, preparing the pilot for 500 employees, and setting up the KPI tracking dashboards. This initiative strengthens compliance, protects trusts, and supports long-term performance for TD Bank Group. Thank you for your time and consideration. I welcome your any questions. These are some of the citations that I used and the AI declaration. Thank you.